Good morning, roomies. Welcome back. It's Monday, January 20th. Yep, 20 days gone in the month of January. Not complaining at all. Yeah, it's moving along nicely. As a matter of fact, January is January like it's never January before. I swear. It's like yesterday we were talking about Happy New Year, ending the year and what have you, and here we are 20 days in, and it seems to be one of the better Januaries because I'm certainly not hearing folks complaining about it being long and, just dragging its feet, but we're moving at a nice pace indeed. Anyways, it's so good to be back with you again in the room. I trust everyone had themselves a wonderful weekend and you're ready to embrace another productive week wherever you are, wherever you're hearing my voice or viewing this program from. It is a pleasure to have you on board with us. Thank you so much, Nirvana Health and Wellness Spa and Detox Center. Nirvana Spa and Detox Center, good morning. Thank you so much for powering up with us again. Beacon Insurance and Western Union, they're always here, and I say thank you so much for riding with us for another year. You right? And to you, my loyal viewers, listeners, wherever you are, good morning. So it's a lot to unpack in the hour. So come on in the room, have a seat, and like I said to my fellow Aquarians this morning, come to the front of the class, have yourselves a seat, and the rest of you can sit on the floor, wherever, or the ground. I don't really care. But Aquarians, you may have the chairs that are provided. The rest can stand or sit on the ground. All right, so shout out my Aquarians. Good morning, everybody. Who's here with me this morning? Let's do our usual roll call. Hey, morning, Shantae. Blessed week. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Marianne. Good morning, Nakisha. Roxanne, good morning. Happy Monday. Precious Jewel, good morning. Roxanne, I have to send you a message about something. So can you send me your number in my inbox? It's nothing bad. Morning, G-Edge. Morning, Jenilyn. Jay Laborde, good morning. Onika. Christopher Thomas Raymond says, all is well in the room from a grey, cold London afternoon. London is always grey. I swear, y'all have some sort of war with sun in London. I don't know what's the matter. Rita, good morning. Shauna, Dakota, good morning. I guess you're living your best life. It's your season. You just love the cold. So I'm sure you're not one of them complaining. Good morning, Amanda. Kizzy, hope you're doing better, sis. Hope you're feeling better. I had to check in on you this morning, but I got tied up. Akeem, just saying good morning. I'm a busy Mr. Trump Akeem, are you the organizer of Trump's inauguration? The thing ain't even start yet. It's a whole day shebang. Then people just listen. Don't fret me this early Monday morning, please. But so you want to see all who reach? You want to see all who gets escorted to their seat? I'm looking at it. They're just arriving. The thing isn't underway as yet. Where's your rush? You really like a politics, but you're not in GIS. You're in the White House. Jeez, man. I'm all busy with Mr. Trump. And the man didn't even look this thing. Look. Biden host tea ceremony, blah, blah, blah. Trump not too long arrived. People barely arriving. Anyways, Debbie Crooney, good morning. Hey, Jeff. Morning, Marvin. Nissy is in the front of the class. Good morning. Nissy, if you're Aquarian, fine. If you're not, go to the back. Morning, Daniel Dubisette. Big up yourself, Dewey. Dewey, what are you putting all my initials for? You can't just put a Runa. Morning. Gabby, yeah, this topic is up your alley this morning, Gabby. Morning, Valerie, Della, and everybody else. Welcome to the room, and hit the share button as soon as you do, because this is a topic that I thought long and hard about doing for a while, but then something happened last week, and then I saw another thing that prompted me to you know what, let's have this talk to start it off on a Monday before we jump in man and woman business for the rest of the week. Yeah, so the inauguration thing is on. It's been a pretty eventful weekend in terms of, TikTok. Yeah, for those of you who are TikTokers like myself, I'm not very active on TikTok, but I there's so much you do and see, and there's comedy, there's recipes, there's entertainment, there's Jamaicans cussing each other out, there's music, new songs that sometimes before it even gets anywhere, you see clippings of them on TikTok. There's trends and whatever that starts on TikTok. So they were supposed to out the light on Sunday, Saturday night, boom, looking at lives, and gradually just saw people going off. And then I checked my page and saw this message, and I'm like, but I'm not in America, so why am I blacked out as well? And I had to go change my setting because apparently when I set up my account, I put location for America. But the thing about it is I had two accounts, one that I do back and forth. I use on one phone and one I use on another phone. So I had to uninstall it, reinstall it, and be able to log into the other one. I'm hearing that it has since been, TikTok is now up and running, but it doesn't seem to be it's at 100 like before, because some of the folks that I follow, I'm not seeing them. I'm seeing pretty much all the Jamaicans that are in Jamaica, but I'm not seeing those who live in the U.S. I guess it's coming back slowly, and the features, they're coming back slowly, but they're not. It's not up to their STEM ready yet. Yes, that too, Lisa. So it's not back at 100 as yet. The Grenada Independence Calypso competition. Congratulations, Hercules. So that he won again, and I think they say 7 times or something so in a row. So big of yourself, Hercules, and shout out to all those who went out to support the competition. Albeit it's cold and all of that. Shout out to all the patrons and everybody who came out to support. But all I can beat my uncle. I wonder what song he did. I would like to have a copy of his song. G-Ads, morning. Hey, Clarina, hope you're good. Sonia, morning. Sonia, I see -14. Question for the people who live in cold temperatures, left Grenada with warm sunshine, 80 degrees, 90 degrees, and went to Canada, the US or England or wherever. Is it something you ever get used to, your body gets used to? Because when I was in the UK a couple of weeks ago, I'm seeing the white people walking around with t-shirts, and I even saw a man with shorts. And they just have this light throw, whatever. And you bundle up to the nines. I have on glove, have on hat on head, you hear the chap scarf around neck, and you bundle to the nines. And these people are just, what are you really going to do in the people cold weather? And then bawling and complaining. That weather was not, this is what was made for us? You see outside? It kind of drizzling, but the sun for the most part is out. That is what we know. You see the people with this melanin? That's what we are accustomed to. So how you leave it, go to where it's -14 and then all the balling every day. It cold. Listen, stop complaining. Clarina says I'm used to it after 18 years. Melvin Brown is another one. My brother complaining every morning. Every time he get a chance, it's cold. And he's all the way up in the bush, up in Maryland, up that size up there, so he cold. David Curdy, come off my phone, please. Come off my cellular phone. I need to block you seriously before my next birthday. I swear you'll be blocked before my next birthday. The rate you're going. Anyways, this morning I want to talk about friendships. And I would love if you guys can chime in and share your 2 cents on the topic. Now, last week in a post that has since been deleted, I think the young lady is from St. Lucia. I went back to check, but it seems as though she deleted the post. A very long post that I'm sorry I didn't. And one mindset me was to copy this thing and save it, But anyways, she deleted it. But quite a number of you was under the post that I shared, and you left your comments regarding the situation. Basically, in a nutshell, she said she went to Bridgetown to get her visa, and apparently from all accounts, she got through because when they'll ask you, you have to leave your passport and what have you, and that's when you know. If they give you back your passport and your documents, well, better luck next time. So from all accounts, it seems she was granted the visa, not passport, not sorted, because they usually post it back for you. That part, she didn't get to that part, but apparently she called some friend and shared the details with a friend of, she got through. And I mean, sometimes you're happy and you want to share good news, because trust and believe, a visa is something that you celebrate, because it's luck and chance. It's not guaranteed you're going to get one when you apply. There are people who've been turned down numerous times. So when you go and they approve it, it's like, thank you, Lord. It's like a feel-good moment, and you want to share it after the fact. So she shared that information allegedly, because, they say there's two sides of the story. So I was all over the place with this story. So she apparently shared the news with a friend, and according to her, she went through some agent, because there are people who help you get your documents together and sort you out, and you just do the do. So the friend apparently asked certain questions regarding the situation, that she got it, and apparently she said the friend also asked her, like, what did she do, what did she say, what did questions they asked. So she went into details and broke it down, what she did this, did that, or the other. And she said she was later contacted by the embassy stating that the visa, that she needs to come back to the embassy or something like that. But I think she said, y'all help me because I'm trying to remember, memory not the best. Apparently she had left Barbados already, went back to St. Lucia when she was contacted to return to the embassy, and she said she told them she's no longer in the country, and the embassy then told her that someone reached out to them to say that she lied on her application or something like that, and she did not disclose what she said basically to applying is false. Saying that she has a child, or she has some, because you don't usually look for grounds for you to, things that will tie you to your place of birth. So you wouldn't go to live or whatever the case might be. They tend to look at people who may not necessarily want to, go to America and like we say, spoil their visa, right? But people who have reasons to return to their country or what have you. Now she's saying that based on what they told her, she put two and two together and is saying that the friend that she told is the one who made the call or emailed or whatever they did to inform the embassy about her lying on her application, right? Now, the other friend, the friend who was accused, went live on Instagram and basically denied the accusations rather, of her calling or saying. And I mean, I honestly don't know what to believe, but what I can say, right? Because I'm hearing people saying it's not true. I've never shared this story with anybody, but this actually happened to me like years. My very, very first time I went to Bridgetown to get my visa. I was working at a particular station, right? In the country at that point in time. Went for my visa, job letter, blah, blah, blah. And when I got there, everything went smoothly. They didn't ask me anything because they saw the job I was in. No questions asked. Like, only thing the man basically asked me how long I've been working at the station and if I like my job or something. I'm like, yeah, just want to go see what's happening. And I was told to return for those days they didn't do you posting, you had to return, so you had to spend more than one day and then you went back. And I was called. Yes, Shante, you remember? Okay. I was called when I returned for my passport, to the embassy, at the embassy, I was told that my visa was denied. And I asked why. And then they called a particular gentleman name, and they asked me, do I know this person? And I'm like, yes. And they said to me, the gentleman called and said that he did not issue me a job letter. And I'm like, what? He said he does not know anything about. I'm like, what? I'm like, how could you not know? And this is the person's signature, this is the and I was denied for that reason. And when I told you I was broken, when I told you like I literally bawled fresh coal, at that point in time I didn't have another job lined up, but I started looking, and I went back there and did not utter one word from the time I was there until I left. Said he knew absolutely nothing about it. Up to this day, never told me why he did it, why he didn't. Said he did not issue me. And they take these things, so it's like my word against his word. They take these things seriously. They really, really take these things seriously. So you have to be on your P's and Q's when you go. So I can't really say that the embassy, because they actually told me who it was. They asked me if I know this individual, if I knew this individual, and I'm like, yes. And I'm sitting there crying, fresh coal, stand up in front of the man, and the man would not budge. He just handed me my passport, and next. I'm like, wow. Wow. Imagine them time you want look at money you save up. You save and save and save plane ticket, plus you have to book hotel, plus you have to pay for taxi, plus you have to pay for the application, plus you have to buy plane ticket. It's an expensive undertaking to go to Bridgetown. You have to pay for the it's like, how much is it now? 200, 250 or 300 US now for the application. Plus you have to take photos. If you can have a passport, you have to get your passport. Then you have to get all other bank statement. You have to pay for bank statement. Then you have to book your flight. Then a taxi from the airport to hotel, which you have to pay for. Then you have to book another taxi to take you to the embassy. Then another taxi from the embassy to take you back to your hotel. Then you have to take another taxi to get to the airport. Plus you have not talked about food as yet. Listen. So when I saw it, it was easy to believe that somebody can do something like that, and the embassy actually takes it seriously once they have any inkling that they already done thing about giving you already. So if they have any inkling that there's any foul play, any whatever, they don't go around asking no set of questions. They just deny you. Luckily enough, I was able to go back about 6 months after the fact. I think I went back like 6 or 8, but nah, I think I went back like a year after, and I got through. Gabby says nobody's entitled to a visa, so once a red flag is raised, they're not dealing with you. I'm telling you. And even though I stood there trying to convince this man that, listen, this is, the man had cataract. He didn't even see me stand up in front of him. All they said, they handed back your thing, go and sort out and then you can come back in 6 months' time or something. So that was it. John says in 2025 that man is still eligible. Sometimes when you see things happening to people, don't blame GOAT. It's not GOAT that by them, it's retribution. People quick to say they're bad lucky and GOAT that by them, for real. But on the subject of friendship, right? And I also saw, yes, my friend Gabby and somebody else. That is another story because I've had my own share and dealings. And I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be a hypocrite, right? At the end of the day, people talk. Sometimes it's not maliciously intended, but people talk, and sometimes other people take it and turn it into something malicious. Everybody hears something about somebody. Everybody, hey, I hear so and so, but it's not like you take it on and then you switch it and you turn it and you make it into something what it's not. You're not mischievous. You're not malicious about it. There's nobody alive that can sit here and say I have not spoken about another person, that I don't gossip, that I don't talk about other people. You hear something, you talk about it. But it's when you become malicious with it and you add to it and you divide and subtract and make it into something that is not. And the sole intent is to hurt the person. So now we have to ask the questions in 2025, are friendships really worth it? Because Gabby's another one that posted and deleted her post. I guess as much the people's son probably Harlan pull up. So she had to fall in line. All the more she just come here and run here and play big bad and thing. When she reach in front of the lady's son, she's a different version of the Gabby that we get. So I guess the lady's son probably told make her take it down. Somebody probably tell him and she had to take it down. But I saw her making a post, and it's something that a lot of people do. People, for some reason, don't think you're supposed to achieve certain things, or you can't achieve certain things if you can't do it on your own, basically. Always man minding you or somebody else involved. There's no way you cannot do it on your own. And I always ask myself, why do people think that people aren't able to achieve success on their own, making the sacrifices and grinding on their own? That people that you think is on your side, you would think, you know what, they'll have an ounce of happiness for you, especially when they know your struggles, they know how far you've come, and they've seen you struggling, they've seen you grinding, they've seen you, doing the things to make a difference in your life. And sad people will take that and try to drag you down. I don't know if it's me or there's other people, but I'm always happy to see a person, especially when I know where they come from, when I've seen their struggles, elevating and doing better and wanting better for themselves. How can you hate or grudge a man for wanting better for him or herself? It's like we live in a time where as much as good things are happening for you, and I've had to learn this the hard way, as much as you love sometimes saying, oh, I have a best friend or I have a bestie, or listen, in today's world, those things no longer, I don't want to be the one to break it to y'all, but those things no longer exist. So for the few that you might have, hold on to them. But if you're looking for new ones, please don't. If you have one or two, and that's a lot, in your corner that you can share things with and you can swear that you've never heard anything you've said to them repeated elsewhere, because I am the one who told somebody, so listen, when I tell you something, I have no fear because I know who I've told, so I don't have to worry. But if you're telling the marriage and the parish, then you have to worry about it getting out. But once you tell one person, you can't stress. You know exactly who and why and where to go back to. Morning.
Morning, neighbor, morning.
The mister make you take down the post?
Listen now. It's not that I'm afraid the mister, the mister could cause better than me. So, when you hear the mister start to cause me, I don't win in at all.
So you say you are taking that fight?
Mister have to pick me battles wisely. When me and the mister start to cause, the mister cursing me, sting. The mister does cause better than me. Afraid that lady son. That boy does cause me too bad.
So
All you think my mouth bad?
Well, good. You have somebody to set you straight. I like that.
No, Papa. All you know, I just have to delete and post. When the mister sleeping, I post in my back channel.
And as you wake, delete.
Yes. But on the topic of this friendship, us as adults, we have to be very careful with friendships and our expectations of people within friendship. We constantly keep expecting us from other people. I ain't gonna do you that, so you shouldn't do me that. I wouldn't think of doing you X, so you shouldn't think about doing me X. But that is not the way the world set up. You could give me your last dollar, and when the time comes for I to return the favor, I just don't feel compelled to do it. And a lot of the times we out here and we expect our behavior from other people. And these people are not us. They're not going to treat us the way that we are going to treat them. And we have to start as adults to analyze our friendships. As younger people, you meet a friend that is your friend from school. You never really think about that person's personality or that person behavior. Oh, that is your friend, all you laugh together, you like them. You go somewhere, you meet somebody, all you're drinking at two rum, they make you laugh, you pick up hot with them because you like them. And we're not analyzing personalities. The same way when we get into relationships, we just want to know if the man is a provider, if the man working somewhere, if he this, if he that. It's the same way as adults when we getting into these adult friendships. We have to analyze the people that we getting into friendships with. Think about it. If I calling you every day to talk about Tom, right? You don't feel I calling Tom to talk about you?
Me, of course. And that's how naive we can be. That's how the
yes.
Yep. We always say that.
I know Tom business to tell you. So when I call Tom and Tom telling me all Tom business, what me and Tom talking about after that? Huh?
Of course, we're talking
that
about
is the
you.
thing about us. We're too naive. We like to sit down and engage in gossip with other people. Things that don't concern us. And we condone it. And the only time we don't like it is when it affects us. Yes. Somebody will call you and they're telling you all somebody business. And you're there, yes, girl, But when the tables turn and the same person is bad talking to you and the shoe is on the other foot, you don't like it. Us as a people, we don't have no principles about ourselves when it comes to right and wrong. And we seem to not understand that we have to stand up for ourselves in ways that make sense. And you standing up for somebody else is you standing up for yourself in a friendship. Because if you had cut out the gossiping with people from early on, then you wouldn't have to deal with the repercussions of having people in your life that do that. And a lot of us, we don't take accountability for actions. We never set our friends straight. Our friends are going
tell you
wrong.
You're wrong, you're wrong.
Encouraging them. Yes, we encouraging them to go wrong.
No, I always say that. I always say I don't want friends with anybody that can tell me, hey, Neptune, nah, that ain't making sense. Sort out yourself. Check out yourself. I don't mind it. I don't mind if you publicly, but privately, set me straight. I don't mind if you want to defend me publicly, but set me straight. Don't let me continue doing and encouraging it. Tell me I'm messing up. If I'm messing up, you're messing up. And a lot of us don't do that.
I watched a situation with friends this week unfold. The similar situation with Jackie. And I said to myself, when I see how this thing play out, I check myself with about 2 or 3 people that I just talked to. Because I know that if you could do that to person A, and you comfortable to watch that play out and laugh in the background and instigate in the background, and you comfortable.
What happened to the connection?
Yeah, my time, I think yes, we come back. Yeah, I check myself immediately and I know, listen, if you could do this to Jackie, you could do it to me. Eventually. So I am going to check myself now in the way that I interact with you. But a lot of us, the check yourself button does only come on when
directly affects you.
Our feelings. Yes, when it directly affects us. That is when we start to check ourselves. Friendships is not as before when you were young and you just like somebody because that is your neighbor and all you don't hang out together and this and that. Now, people jealous you for any and everything. Social media.
And sometimes they have more than you know. Sometimes you're just struggling, but you just making your struggle look good. And they have a problem with you for that, like you're supposed to look like your struggles. You don't have to look hungry. You have to look like you and stay no way. They have more than you in every way, shape, and form that you can think about. And I'm tired of having this experience. And when I look at the people who had the worst to say about it, why me? you're just being yourself. You buy two little cheap thing, you put on your little
Yes.
makeup, and you outside making the best of life and what you have. And they have everything. They don't have to worry about how their bills paying, how much, if their bills on drips, if they have to pay some. They don't have to worry about that, but they have problems with you. Everything they dissect you. If you put on a belt around your waist, you put on a this or that. It's like just live, just live. Like,
Yeah, people, and that's the thing about it. Even the guy who was going about with the whole story about my investors and all of that stuff during the weekday. And I heard about the situation before. Somebody had come to me and said, oh, he was asking who owned your house in Florida, blah, 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 whatever. I mean to say, I know people fast. So I never really felt no type of way about it because we always ask like questions about people one way or another. But for you to text my phone to tell me, oh, should you publicly go and say, I have investors? Number one, who is my investors? So you literally legitimately sit down to create some kind of a story or some kind of narrative about me that is false and put it out there. And then you're posting my picture from my birthday, happy birthday to me and my wife, dearest friend. But then you're making up a whole false narrative about me. If I am you and your wife, dearest friend, and you say, well, you know what, how can a girl from Gulf come and do X, Y, Z? You have my number. Call my phone. Text me. You could call me and text me to ask me, oh, Gabby, why you arguing on Facebook about it? But you can't call me and text me to say, yo, you know, I'm really impressed by what you do with your life. How did you do it? We hate to give people credit in friendships. We hate to give people, watch out for them friend and them, you're wearing a nice dress, you know you're well looking nice, but they ain't telling you you're looking nice, eh? Watch out for them. You're doing good, they ain't congratulating you, eh? They ain't, all other people who don't know you come in and congratulate you. But they
according
not
to somebody post the
congratulating
other day,
you.
they on the Janet Jackson post wishing her happy birthday and telling her she look nice. Which Janet know
Yes, and Janet Jackson, they know them. But they know you and they know all your business. But they can't, and the thing about it is a lot of them, they can't tell you happy birthday because they sit down and they run them out on you are. The people go see it. The people who they bad talking you with gonna see it. So they cannot do that publicly. You know how much friends I have that's always in my inbox supporting me? Only in my inbox, eh? They support the
in your inbox. They
support
can't do it
straight.
publicly. They
Yes,
can't because of
inbox
what was
support
said about
straight.
you behind closed doors. They can't do it.
Exactly.
But in your inbox.
Exactly.
My birthday is publicly on social
Yeah.
media, but you're inboxing me on same platform.
What's the inbox in me? Yes, yes. You will be in an argument or you will be going back and forth with somebody and they would never comment on the post, but they're going to come in your inbox to tell you X, Y, Z about the person because they're part stories behind the scene. They ain't commenting on nothing, but they're coming behind the scene. Those are the most dangerous set of people. And I'm going to say that on the top. When all you're doing all your business, keep all your business to all yourself until it is finalized.
Until
You get a
it's
visa,
done.
nobody's supposed to know you get a visa until they see
So
you in
you're
America.
gonna see where you when you board your plane and you reach where you're going already. After several days, you can post and say you're the place. But the way
Exactly.
things and the way jealousy and everything set up now, you can't. And it's sad because we weren't created to be like that. When you're feeling good and you have good news is meant to be shared. You feel so good when you're able to say, hey, this happened to me and this happening for me. You feel so good when you're feeling like, okay, you know what? The person responds in kind and like you could see they're genuinely happy for you. Now it's like, it's sort of sad that good things are happening and you're there and you have to keep it to yourself. But unfortunately, that's the way it is. And in order to preserve protect yourself, your peace, your sanity, that's just, you just have to move in silence. And the quicker some people get to that point, you'll see how much more you'll achieve. You have to move in silence. You can't no longer broadcast to the marish and parish about what's going on with you because you will not see
You
the
keep your
end
business
results.
to yourself. Yes. You keep your business to yourself until the results are final. When the results are final and you know, listen, I am here now, I have arrived, and you can tap yourself on the back and congratulate yourself about what you did, that's when you share it with people. Or else you don't share your business with people. And it's time that we as adults, we start learning that because friendships are not as genuine as the primary school friendships we had before.
True. Got you. Thanks, Gabs. Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, and you know, it's really sad, like I said, because we weren't created to be like this. But unfortunately, that's where we are now. And I could sit here for the entire morning and share experiences and situations where you thought you had this awesome friendship with a person, only to realize that you had a friendship. The person didn't have a friendship with you. You had one with them. At least you thought you did. you know and people would come to you, they'll ask you questions, and innocently you answer. And I've had this done to me to the point where it really, really, and it hurts. People might look at it like, oh well, but it really hurts when you sit and you discuss something, and as a matter of fact, the person is on the live. I'm not seeing her, but he was there earlier on. Somebody came to you, asked you a question, and you responded in kind, and then only to hear a different version of what you said coming back to you about you said that. And things like that, it can really damage good friendships, because like I said, sometimes the intent is not to be malicious. It's not intended to hurt or cause any problems. Somebody will innocently ask, well, you think it's innocent. You have a conversation, they ask you a question, you answer, and then later on you're hearing, oh, you told this person this, that, and the other. And you'd be like, what? When? How? That's not what I said. But then the mere fact that the person now thinks you're discussing them, that alone can erode your friendship. And before you know it, that's the end of the friendship. Because even though you're explaining that, hey, this isn't what I said, this isn't what once you hear something and it's bad, you automatically will take the side of the person who came to you with the news about what Jane said, what Sean said, what whoever said. Rarely we sit and dissect it and go through it and be like, okay, it's not what it is, all right, let's keep it moving. But that's what I want to know. Do we have genuine friendships like before, where people genuinely are happy for you, where they want to see you grow, where they want to see you elevate, when they're not happy to see you, like something bad happening to you, or or hard times hitting you, or you're going through something and they're not in the background kiki, and oh, is she playing this, that good for her? And when they will reach out, hey, how's everything, how can I help? It doesn't have to be financial, but a shoulder to cry on, somebody could, somebody you can talk to and you can give you some ideas as to how to sort things out. We don't have that anymore, and it's really sad that we're at this place, because we are not created to be like this. But people now, to protect themselves, protect their peace, protect their sanity, you have to literally become that way, become that version, and just keep what you know to yourself. No matter how much you want to share, no matter how excited. That goes for family too. Don't think only friends feel that way about you. There are some family members, boy. Kim says we all have the same 24 hours every day. Some choose to waste theirs on foolishness. Meantime, you're working hard behind the scenes, night and day, to hear them that did nothing with their time fighting and bad minding you. I live with ya. But it's not only friends, it's family members too. There are family members who, can you hear about it every day, don't want to see you doing better, don't want to see you striving, don't want anything good for you. Will do anything in their power to keep you back. Anything in their power to hold you down. Sitting with people to drag you down. Family. So don't think it's only friends. So it's like, if you have one or two people that you can seriously call a friend in this 2025, in the year of our Lord, consider yourself blessed and hold on to them. Shakira says strangers look out for you more than who you thought was your friend. The few you have, hold on to them. And you just have to readjust your sails and keep moving. I mean, you don't have to keep everybody enemy. I've had to do it a lot of times. People that you think you're cool with, you'll see people making lives, dragging you down, and who are you seeing on that post, kicking and liking? Like, that was the biggest eye-opener for me about, 2-3 years ago. You really thought you and them people was cool. Next minute, people sending you a screenshot asking you, wait, I thought you and this person was this. Look, this person on that live, because they probably thought you wouldn't know, or they figure that you're blocked or something, and they figure there's no way you would find out. Who forced me to other people live to kiki and sending love sign and like sign? And if me and you are friends and there's somebody dragging you down and I go on a live and I like it, And you know what they do sometimes? They don't say anything, but they sit there and they like, if the person says something that's really derogatory or whatever, they like the comment or they like something, but they probably will not comment, but they like. That is you saying how you feel. You don't necessarily have to say the words. You're responding through emotions. And from then, my eyes, the veil I had over my eyes for people are concerned, is completely removed. You see people for who they are, not who you want them to be. And that is the mistake a lot of us make. You want to see you in other people. You might be nice and lending a listening ear, and you're always there and supporting and what have you. And you're thinking that, hey, roles reverse, the person will do the same for you. You're going through a tough time, like gone with the wind. Gone with the wind. A lot of eye openers. Yoli, listen, me and you had several conversations. You just have to keep pushing, right? Because if you sit here and you sit down in this day and age and worry about friend and friend and friend, a matter of fact, we too old to even be talking about bestie and friend. You have people in your life that's good to you, you're good to them, cherish it, protect it, nurture it, and do your best to preserve it basically. You and everybody can be friend. You can be in your late 30s, 40s, 50s talking about friend and whatever still. And making confusion for friend. And listen, you just let it go. Let it go. Was Frozen they sang Let It Go in? Let it go. Because it will drive you nuts. Just let it go. See people for who they are. Put them in the bracket they belong. Because we can't put everybody under the friendship, and that is a mistake we make. We put everybody under the friendship umbrella. No. We have acquaintances, there's people that you hang with, and there's people that you can go to if you have a problem. They can advise you. You can sit and disclose personal things to. If you have those, you still have to be careful. Disclose personal information to. You can't disclose personal information to people you're just liming and drinking a rum with on a weekend. You can't do that. You can't do that with acquaintances. So we have to compartmentalize people, put them where they belong. I'm a liming friend. That is my go-to. This is my sounding board person. This is, hey, how you doing once in a while person. And that's it. But we want to see everybody as friend, and you want to sit and tell everybody what's going on with you because you feel, you know what, it's a good thing to do. I feel good when I do it. You know, friend will be happy for you. No. Don't do it. You see, people will travel miles away to see they bury you, but who couldn't come see you alive. I like that, Sean. That's a good saying. These days, anybody ask you how you're doing? Good, man, good. Even though you have problems, even though things not going the way you wanted to, even though time's hard with you, even though you're scrunting, especially if you know it's somebody that can buy a bread for you if you really need it, you're good. Because some just want to hear you to say, I got it from the horse's mouth, so they can open their big mouths and share it with their little group chats. And don't even get me started on them group chats. That's one of the biggest mistakes Mark ever made on his platform, is WhatsApp, to create that avenue for people, group of people to come together. And those group of people don't even like each other, but because they don't like you, they now become friends because they have one thing in common, which is you. I detest group chats with a passion. Group chats are the devil's advocate. And what y'all don't realize, there's always a Judas in a group chat. And if you're wondering how your information getting out, there's always one in there to take it out. So for those of you who love your group chats, just know, group chats aren't sacred. It's not personal. It's not private. There's always somebody in there who tells somebody to not tell somebody, who tells somebody to not tell somebody, and before you know it, you have everything. All the information, everybody that they talk about, all pictures they shared. I've had people sending group chats. I mean, medical event, enjoying yourself, and people taking pictures of you and sending it in group chat. And one accidentally sent it back to me. And trying to give me a story. I'm like, no, go ahead. I know it's in a group chat you are. Continue. Carry on. It's sad, but hey, what can we do? We live, we learn, we move, right? No stressing. Thank God for small mercies. You learn And if you're not learning while you're growing, then you have a problem. We're not supposed to be the same place or the same person we were in 2024. And we just have to continue to give God thanks for small mercies. Know yourself, know who you're eating, drinking, laughing, and what amen from my phone. Know who you're eating, drinking, laughing with, and you shall be fine. That's all. Anyways, guys, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much, Nirvana, Beacon, Western Union. Thank you for powering up our morning once again. I shall see you guys tomorrow. Same to Granny, we have a book, not a story. We have a book. We can fill pages and pages and pages. But thank you for always. You one I can always say will say, hey, I like that. That looks good. Yeah, very few people will do that. People see everybody as competition. You and your good friend going out there and say, hey, I like that dress. Oh, that look good. Oh, yes. Everybody seen everybody as competition. Is what? I don't know. Yeah, take care of yourselves. Yeah, go and watch your inauguration now. All right? I'll see y'all tomorrow.